Hello! This is my first installment in a new type of review series. I'm not sure how this is going to work, but I'm going to try to do these very short reviews where I talk about albums and I don't name specific tracks, and I try to get through the review as quick as possible. I'm going to try to keep it under a minute. These will be edited on my phone, and hopefully these are just going to be easy ways for me to get out reviews, because I want to put out my thoughts about things, but it's hard for me to articulate them in longer videos where I'm talking about each individual track. But if I talk about the album in general and I give you a kind of general consensus of the album, then it's easier for me. So this is the first installment with that. I hope you guys like this kind of review series. Request any albums if you like my opinions on this album, which is going to be kind of a biased review because I love this band. Yeah, totally request things if you like my review here. So, yeah, that's it. Spoon is one of my favorite rock bands of all time. They just have this new record out, and it's really good. It's a very good record. It's not one of their most hit you over the head albums. It's not nowhere near as poppy as their last record, They Want My Soul. It does have some really sharp tracks on it. The two lead singles from this thing are great. It's the title track and Can I Sit Next to You? Great songs. And there's some other songs on here that are similarly punchy, but they take influences from other styles of music, like electronic music plays a huge part in the music behind this record. Another thing that plays a huge part in this record is just indie pop on some tracks and disco. There's some tracks on here that are a lot more drawn out instrumentally. They're not anywhere near as punchy as tracks off of their last record. There are tracks on here that go above 5 minutes, 6 minutes long, and they have little to no vocals on them, like Pink Up and the closing track on here, which is completely instrumental. But overall, I think a lot of these things go over well. There are some tracks on here that I'm underwhelmed by the song, and I'm just underwhelmed by what they're doing musically. I mean, though the closer is pretty decent, there's some nice sounds. It just feels a little whatever as a closer, especially since there's no vocals on it, and it just kind of feels like a drawn-out version of the 5th track. But that's really the lowest point on the record. The rest of the record is really solid. Maybe 1 or 2 tracks were a little meh. The only track that I remember not really sticking with me is the 4th track, I think. Anyway, that's it for complaints. I mean, the rest of this record, there's beautiful moments on here, there's hard-hitting moments on here, there's moments that take influences from other styles of music, and it works out perfectly. There's some great indie rock cuts on here. It's a good album. I don't love it as much as their last record. Their last record was my favorite record of the year that it came out, 2014, but this is definitely a really good follow-up, and I'm happy it's here, and it's probably going to grow on me, but for right now, I'm still liking it a ton. I'm going to have to say I love this thing right now. I'm not sure if I'm going to love it into the future or love it more into the future, but right now I'm feeling on a scale of 1 to 20, I'm feeling a 17.5 out of 20. It's a good little release. Check it out. Yeah.